Hello, welcome to my warehouse. Here is a short, succinct video about sales rank. It's going to be the 5 things you need to know, and I will explain probably 98% of the questions you're going to have about this. Okay, the first thing is going to be, what is sales rank? You want to think of sales rank like a list where number 1 is the most popular product, and however numbers there are in the entire list, that number is the least popular product. So if I have 10 books, and the books are called 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and someone buys book called 1 the most, that'll have the sales rank of 1. If someone buys the book called 10 the least, that'll have a sales rank of 10. So it's dependent upon how many items are in the category. There's not a fixed amount of items, so there's not a fixed amount of sales rank you can potentially apply to these items. Think of it like, again, after the weekend, the cinemas, the movie theaters will say, this was the top-selling movie of the weekend, and that's going to be 1. And then if there was 25 movies airing that weekend, they're going to say, this was the 25th best movie of the weekend. Now, there's not always a 25th best weekend of the movie of the weekend, because there are not always 25 movies being played. But as long as there are units to apply spaces on this hypothetical number line, there will exist a sales rank for that unit. Hope that makes sense. 2, different categories have different sales ranks. So let's say there's 1 million CDs. The sales rank will occur from 1 to 1 million. Let's say there are 5 million DVDs. Sales rank will occur from 1 to 5 million. And the 1 millionth DVD will not have the same sales pattern as the 1 millionth CD. They are independent. There are also parent and child category rankings. And those are different than this because there's electronics, and then beneath electronics, one of them, there are many, is printers and scanners. And so a scanner could be rated 150 in printers and scanners, but its sales rank in electronics would be, for example, 600,000. So even though you're saying a low number here, it's not really comparable to the 250th DVD or whatever number is similar to that, because they are on a different number line with a different set of external factors that impact the sales rank. The third thing you need to know is that it's not perfect. There's not a published algorithm Amazon has for sales rank. They're not going to say, oh, this is exactly what it means, because that would be giving out so much information to their competitors. They have their own weird proprietary system that allows sellers, resellers, specifically in this video, that's who I'm talking to understand what products are more likely to sell, because Amazon doesn't want to store bullshit products for 2 years. They don't want to do that. It's in their best interest to sell as many things as possible. So it's also in their best interest to create a metric that allows sellers to see, oh, this is what sells the most? Okay. So essentially they're working together in a very indirect way to sell as many products as possible. The fourth thing is seasonality. So seasonality is important in sales rank too. Not that it affects the sales rank, but it affects the way you perceive the sales rank. So let's say there's 1 million items, and Halloween items are at 700,000 in August. You can, if you have a brain, you can pretty safely assume that the sales rank will lower the closer to Halloween you get, because they're Halloween items, they're seasonality. So when someone types in Halloween books, they're not being shown all the books. They're being shown all the Halloween books. So even if the most popular Halloween book sales rank is 700,000, it's going to be the top search result because it's the most relevant book for that keyword search. That's also very important. The fifth thing we have to know about this is, what does sales rank actually do? We know that the sales rank is applied to something, but does it have any impact on the sales? And yes, it does. This is where it really confuses people, so please listen closely. This is how it starts. Okay, you list your product up here. We're doing a circle because it's cyclical. You list your product, it sells 5 times. You get a low sales rank. The low sales rank encourages people to buy it because you get a better search placement in search results. The more sales, lower the sales rank. You get better search result placement because because the product has a lower sales rank, and that keeps going and going and going. But does it happen indefinitely? No, because if that happened indefinitely, we would only have everything would be tied for 1 sales rank, and that is not how it is. So what happens is in the course of this cycle, eventually, because it's an open market, or it's close to an open market, demand equalizes, and we slowly go, okay, we get into a routine cycle where we sell 1 book at 700,000 sales rank, and then, okay, so let me restart. We have our book at and this is, in this example, it's not a book that we just listed. It's a book that we bought from a thrift store. That thrift store book is 1 million sales rank. It sits for 2 weeks and it sells. Then it dips down to 700,000 sales rank. But because the demand is low for the book, because the demand only occurs once a month, the demand for a purchase only occurs once a month, it slowly goes back to 1 million and then goes back down to 700,000. And we get these cycles like this. We get these patterns of peaks and troughs. And so that is what the end game for sales rank is. We have to remember that this isn't just a mechanical system increasing or decreasing depending on momentum ad nauseum. It is a metric that is meant to correctly express the demand for a product. That being said, you can't just say what demand is. It has to be based off of market forces. And the main market force we care about is sales. That's what this video all boils down to, is sales rank is an indicator of how many sales have occurred. That's the video, guys. I hope it cleared up some things about sales rank. I mean, again, lower is better. All categories aren't the same. Use some common sense, and remember that seasonal products are going to have a lower sales rank when they're out of season. That's what you need to know, guys. That's like the quick run-up, but I feel like if I just said that, no one know what I'm talking about. See you guys later. Have a good weekend. I was going to say don't be a shithead, but it's been, I've been saying that a lot recently.